You don't have to recruit people to make money. You don't have to. You're a girl boss team and if there's only 2 spots left, you better act fast. All you have to do is buy $500 worth of inventory.
I have a huge dislike of how they run their business.
Hey girl, I hope you've enjoyed your March so far. This might seem totally random, but I have fallen in love with your feed, so I just had to reach out. I absolutely love your positive vibe and obvious passion for life. I don't know if you're familiar with Arbonne and his plant-based philosophy, but after seeing your posts, you strike me as someone who would absolutely smash this. Have you ever considered jumping in and joining the Arbonne community alongside what you're doing already? Or if you haven't, would you be open to learning a bit more about what it is? That was an MLM recruitment post. MLMs are absolutely everywhere, and you've probably heard of at least a few of them. Besides Arbonne, which I just mentioned, there's LuLaRoe, Tupperware, even Andrew Tate's Hustle University is an MLM, although most MLM members are moms on Facebook and not Andrew Tate stans. But you're probably wondering, what is an MLM exactly? The acronym MLM stands for multi-level marketing, and according to the Michigan Department of the Attorney General, multi-level marketing is a form of business that uses independent representatives to sell products or services to family, friends, and acquaintances. A representative earns commissions from retail sales he or she makes, and also from retail sales made by other people that he or she recruits. So basically, somebody recruits you to a company to sell a product, whether that product be skincare, diet products, or clothing. You can sell those products through social media, in person, or hosting a recruitment party. Recruitment parties are where you invite everybody you know over to your house, try and sell them your products, and hope that they like the products enough to join the MLM under you. That's the other way you can make money in an MLM. This is how it works. Okay, so Bob joins an MLM, and he recruits 5 of his friends to work for him. He'll make a commission off of everything that his friends sell. Now, what if each of his friends recruited 5 of their own friends? Now, Bob has 30 people under him in his downline. His downline is everyone that he makes a commission on. Although he still makes money from them, the people lower down in his downline will make him less of a commission. Now, let's say that one of the 5 friends that Bob recruited quits the MLM. Now, Bob is in charge of the 5 people that his friend recruited, and he'll make more of a commission from them. As you can see, the earning of commissions is in the shape of a pyramid, with Bob at the top. While the structure of an MLM seems very similar to a pyramid scheme, they are not the same. There is one main difference between an MLM and a pyramid scheme, and that would be how the people inside of them earn their money. In a pyramid scheme, you only really make money from recruiting people, not selling a product. The part of MLMs that makes them legal is the fact that you don't have to recruit people to make money, theoretically. The money that you make from selling products is extremely low, especially if you're at the bottom of the pyramid, because everybody above you in the pyramid takes a chunk of your profits as their commission. It is notoriously difficult to make profit in an MLM unless you're one of the first people to join. In 2017, the AARP Foundation did a study that revealed that only 1/4 of the study's participants actually made a profit in an MLM. And of that 1/4, 53% made less than $5,000. In 2022, this year, it is estimated that only 1% of MLM participants actually make a profit. The main problem with making a profit in an MLM is actually selling the product. MLMs will often give their representatives the products they need to sell. The representatives don't get to choose. The products they get are most likely to be the ones that don't sell well because there's a lot of them still available. Then the representatives get stuck having to pay for the products that they can't sell because no one wants to buy them. That is exactly what happened to the MLM company LuLaRoe, which I mentioned earlier in the video. Bob Ferguson, the Attorney General of Washington State at the time, sued LuLaRoe for this exact reason. Ferguson filed a lawsuit against LuLaRoe and several of its executives, asserting that the defendants made unfair and deceptive misrepresentations regarding the profitability of being an independent retailer for LuLaRoe. For example, one LuLaRoe executive claimed that so many of our retailers are making amazing money doing this part-time, and a huge number of people sell $15,000 to $20,000 each month. Later in the same call, she claimed that LuLaRoe has a bunch of people that can sell up to $150,000 per month. Instead of profiting, many of the company's independent retailers were left with debt and unsold merchandise that they could not return without taking a loss. LuLaRoe required new retailers to purchase an onboarding package costing between $500 to $5,000, depending on the amount and type of inventory included. Retailers could not choose specific sizes or prints of the inventory they bought, but rather were limited in selecting only the style of clothing to purchase, receiving a random assortment of sizes and prints. So many people that join MLMs end up losing money because of this. And that is far from the only problem with selling products for an MLM. For companies that sell products like diet products, the product is usually a scam and it's pretty obvious that it is one. Really, the only people that believe that the products could actually work are the people trying to sell them, or they at least pretend that they do. But why would people join an MLM like that if the product is so obviously a scam? MLMs often make big promises that you'll make so much money from working just a few hours a day, and all you have to do is pay a small $1,000 fee to join.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah,
When did you switch careers?
4 months ago.
How old are you?
64.
How much did you make last month?
14.
14 what?
14,000. But in my defense, I only worked 2.5 weeks.
This method of advertisement preys on people who need money. They see the advertisement and they really need the money, and the advertisement says they'll make a lot of money, so they join and lose all their money, something that they didn't have much of in the first place. And most of the time, that's not even the fault of the actual MLM companies. MLM companies have little to no control over how their representatives advertise. They're free to advertise however they want. Their main goal is to make money, and the only reliable way to do that in an MLM is to recruit. So they recruit people who are desperate for the money. They don't care how being in an MLM may affect the people that they recruit financially, and that's part of the reason why MLMs have such a bad reputation. They cannot control their members. There are 18.6 million Americans that are involved in MLMs, and 74% of those Americans are women. MLMs exploit many fault lines around women in the economy. Women remain underpaid in the workplace and undervalued as stay-at-home mothers. MLMs promise instant success, camaraderie with other women in a team environment, and a career identity, trappings that standard jobs typically require years to develop. The lure of an MLM increases further when it says you'll make loads of money working from home in your pajamas while drinking wine and being your own boss babe, as your friends post pictures doing just that. There's not only a lure financially, but people want their friends to think that they're doing so well and have so much money. While some people might want to join an MLM to look like they're better than all the people they know, other people do recognize the financial dangers of being part of an MLM. When people try to recruit their friends or family that are against an MLM or their products, they end up pushing them away, and those people may not want to have relationships with them anymore. Nearly 1 in 3 people have been pressured by a family member or friend to buy from their multi-level marketing companies. Multiple women were interviewed by the Washington Post about their experiences with recruitment attempts or being asked to buy a product from someone. I thought I had made a genuine connection with a mom I met online in a mom group, said Erin Herger of Kansas. But after Herger declined this mom's offer to become a Beachbody coach, the woman stopped talking to her. It really hurt, Herger said. I even invited her and her kiddo to my son's first birthday party. I felt like an idiot for thinking we were actually friends. She was so interested in meeting up that she agreed to meet up halfway between our 2 cities, which was about an hour's drive for each of us, Birdwell Branson said. I was so eager for friendship that I immediately agreed, even though I hadn't seen her in years. Halfway through brunch, though, the other woman's real focus became clear. She wanted to recruit Birdwell Branson to sell skincare products. She had zero interest in what was going on in my life and had no intention of forming or reconnecting a friendship, she said. Needless to say, we haven't talked since. A parent at my child's school spams the whole class list to invite everyone over for themed get-togethers, said Lipkin. I innocently went to the first one and walked in just as another rep was winding up her pitch and felt trapped for over an hour as she told us how pure, wonderful, well-priced, etc. this product was. I let other parents know subsequently that these weren't social gatherings, as some thought too, but I'm resentful of the duplicity. Of course, then she sent me this scammy keto shake hard sell MLM message, and I was so disgusted, Alexander said. I unfollowed her on social media and stopped responding to her waves and DMs. I felt completely disrespected and insulted by her pretending to want my educated opinion on something I'm a quasi-expert in. Discovering it was all a front to sell me some ridiculous get skinny fast product was just the last straw for me. Jen Johnson said that when her sister started selling MLM products, their mom initially bought them, but stopped when the sister claimed the product would cure their mom's cancer. Her sister ended up not speaking to their mother during her final year of life. Johnson blames both the MLM for its tactics and her sister for being heartless enough to follow them. Also, while my mom was in hospice, my sister attempted one final sale by having her MLM friend try to sell to my mom, she said. I have no respect for them. People in MLMs eventually start to push away their friends and family, partly because they've lost so much money that they need people to buy their products, but also it's because of the cult mentality that surrounds MLM. The representatives believe so much in the product that they'll cut off anyone in their life who thinks it's a scam and will push the products to every person they know. Obviously, when it comes to MLMs, the best thing to do is just not join one, but if you really want to, here are some things to look out for. Don't join an MLM if promoters make extravagant promises about your earning potential. Promoters emphasize recruiting new distributors for your sales network as the real way to make money. Promoters play on your emotions or use high-pressure sales tactics, maybe saying you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act now and discouraging you from taking time to study the company. Or distributors buy more products than they want to use or can resell, just to stay active in the company or to qualify for bonuses or other rewards. All of these, except for maybe the last one, are signs that the MLM could actually be a pyramid scheme and you don't want to end up in one of those. Also, ask yourself these questions before you join an MLM. Do you want to be a salesperson? You're going to have to advertise your products. Do you have a solid sales plan? Will your family and friends want to buy these products over and over again? What are your income goals? You'll have to be okay with making little to no money. Can you afford to risk the money and time? Joining an MLM will demand a lot of both. If you don't think that you'd be good at advertising a product or you don't have the money to potentially waste, it's really not a good idea to join an MLM. Before you join an MLM, research the company. Try to see if people are calling it a scam or look at their reputation. Research what distributors are saying. If they're saying the main way to make money is to recruit, then it's probably a scam. Consider the products. Don't listen if the products are advertised as being miracle products. Those claims are almost definitely false and the product could even be dangerous. Ask about refunds. You want to be able to return the products you don't sell. Read the paperwork and have a friend or advisor review it. Ask someone you trust that is not involved with the company. You don't want to join a company that will scam you out of all of your money, and doing research and asking questions is always a good thing to do if you're unsure about the company. Finally, ask their representative some questions. Things like, how long have you been in the MLM? How much money did you make last year after expenses? What were your expenses last year? Have you borrowed money or used your credit card to fund your business? How much did you borrow? How much do you owe? Do you need to recruit people to make money? How many people did you recruit last year? How many of your recruits have left the business? What percentage of the money you made came from selling the products to customers outside of the MLM? What percentage of the money you made came from recruiting other distributors and selling them inventory or other items to get started? How much time do you spend on the business? How much inventory did you buy from the MLM last year? And did you sell all of your inventory? Asking members of the MLM you're planning to join these questions is a good way to determine whether or not you're financially able to join the MLM or if the MLM could potentially be a scam. MLMs can financially affect the people that join them in very negative ways, and the members rarely ever make a profit from actually selling the products. MLMs can also negatively affect your personal relationships. You can start to push away your friends and family from pressuring them to either join the MLM or to buy your products. I would heavily discourage anybody from ever joining an MLM. Thank you so much for watching this video.